Exceeding expectations, many kids who go through the foster care system often think they can't go to college for lack of funds or housing, but a local university is making it possible through their program that helps kids who are in the system. They're highlighting it during National Foster Care Month.
I had a series of super terrible foster parents that really pretended like that they cared, and they just really didn't.
The road to adulthood has not been a smooth one for Sydney Alfiero.
I've been in the foster care system since I was 13 years old, and I aged out at 18. I went through 5 different foster homes by the time that I graduated high school, and 6 different high schools, 13 schools in total, elementary, middle, and high school. 2 shelters, 1 residential, and 2 hospitalizations.
But the history major is thriving in the face of adversity.
Foster care is honestly really better than like what you have at home, but it's still not an ideal place to be. And the only way that you're really able to get out of it and able to make progress for yourself in the world is to get educated.
Getting an education is exactly what she's doing. In the fall, Alfiero will head into her senior year at Kutztown University, and she hopes to pursue a master's in organized psychology when she graduates, something made possible by the school's PROFS program, which stands for Providing Resources and Opportunities for Future Standouts.
The program fills in the gaps for students who have experience for foster care in order to help them graduate from college.
The Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Warren Hilton, says with support from a group called ChildPromise, PROFS helps with emergency funding, housing over breaks, and stipends to help with living expenses, lifting the stressful costs associated with a college degree.
In our generation, we're called boomerang children, I think it is, where pretty much everybody tends to go back to their family after college because they can't afford to live on their own. And we don't really have that luxury, so we're all the more disadvantaged when it comes to just simply having a place to stay while we're attempting to get our education and better ourselves.
Roughly each year, about 7 to 13% of foster care youth indicate they want to go to college. Many of them do not, and the ones that do go to college end up mostly not completing college. So our program is designed to help students who have experience with foster care walk across the stage.
I was going through family issues, trying to help with paying the rent, trying to find food and things like that for my family. So when I was talking to a social worker at the high school, while she was helping me with all my issues, she was like, "All right, you're a senior, like what are you gonna do now?" And I always knew I wanted to go to college, but I didn't know how. So she kind of helped me fill out applications, kind of gave me more information, and then I ended up here.
Keisha Lee Sanchez has also experienced homelessness and spent time in foster care.
I didn't think it was possible for me to college. I was always told that I just had to work to help my family. I actually didn't even know that I could pay for college after. I thought you had to pay ahead, so I didn't have the money, so I didn't think that was going to be possible at all.
Now the Reading High School grad is going into her junior year at KU and getting ready to embark on a second study abroad trip.
I got to study abroad to Cuba my freshman year for 12 days, studying the difference between the U.S. education and the Cuban education. And then this summer I'll be studying abroad to Spain for an entire month to do some Spanish classes.
The students are given both big and small opportunities, including those many of us take for granted.
I'm 23 and I only just got my driver's license this past September, and that was because at least when I was in care, you're not really allowed to get your driver's license because flight risk, I guess. So it took me a very long time to get mine because I just didn't have anybody offer to teach me, because that's something, generally speaking, your parents will teach you to do. So with the PROFS program, we actually have a driver's course that we're partnered with, I guess, to help any of the people in the program that need to get their permit and their license.
For me, it's really a life and death situation. What we're doing with this program is helping the students, in essence, launch their life into becoming productive citizens.
The program is just 2 years old and has already seen 2 former foster care students graduate. Now with around 20 students currently enrolled and about 10 more expected next semester, it's giving those who have suffered hardship a chance to flourish.
Oftentimes they don't feel like it's something that is in their reach. because of all of the obstacles that have been placed in front of them. And so it's important for people to know that there are programs like the PROFS program here at Kutztown University that will help students who have experience with foster care achieve their goals and reach their dreams.
About 90% of PROFS students go on to the next year of college. That's compared to about 70% of the general population of students. In Kutztown, Berks County, Pennsylvania, I'm Brittany Sweeney, PBS 39 News Tonight.